Rasty McGibbon, Calvin Men's Division I coach Mike Petrusma, and silver medalist coach at the World Cup of University Hockey with Team Canada. Thanks for coming on, Mike.
Thank you for having me.
Probably from a tournament standpoint, not the outcome you wanted, but tell me how you feel that this season has been a positive note for your club.
Yeah, so this was our 6th season at the ACHA D1 level. We had always been a really good program at the ACHA D3 level, and we decided to expand the hockey program at Kelvin to have an ACHA D1 and ACHA D3, so we're one program, and we're making some tremendous strides here. Adrian's Adrian. They're one of the gold standards in ACHA D1 hockey, and I feel like we're closing the gap each and every year with them, but also understanding that you can't go 0 to 100. You want to make sure that what you're building is sustainable, so sometimes you're going to go up a foot at a time on the ladder, because then when you get there, you know it's sustainable and it's something that we can continue to do for a long period of time.
For a guy that, and I use this in the nicest of ways, probably in the ACHA, more of a senior coach.
Oh, absolutely.
What do you take away from your experience at the World Cup? I mean, you had a ton of coaching experience before. You got to go and represent not only your country but the league, be a coach on the international stage. What are the takeaways for you personally?
Well, that's one of the most memorable trips I've ever been privileged to be a part of. To represent your country, while we're going through the opening ceremonies and playing the Canadian national anthem, you kind of sit there and you kind of feel like you're outside of yourself a little bit. And sitting here, how in the world did I get here? I've been coaching hockey for 35 years and been at Kelvin now for 27 years. And to have those types of opportunities and to represent such a great organization as the ACHA, and then all the staff and all the Jeff and Jeremy as a coaching staff, and of course the guys. The guys were just fantastic.
It's a different attitude of the players there.
It is.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they all felt very, very privileged to be there. Right? You could tell that there was a sense of pride for them. And we had some adversity during that tournament. I mean, we were 2 minutes away from being eliminated, but the will of the guys just willed us to the final.
It was probably one of the. Actually, one of the things, and I don't know whether you ever heard this. One of the players from Jamestown said to me, "That was a Minot special." He goes, "That was a Minot special," and he goes, "For once, it was nice to not be on the receiving end." That's what he said, which I thought was pretty good.
Yeah, no, like I said, everything from when we arrived in Albany, did training camp with the USA team, and it was a collective effort, right?
Yeah.
They were Team USA, we were Team Canada, and so when we got there, obviously we're both trying to win the gold medal, and but I think both teams did a really great job of representing the ACHA. So it's kind of a unique situation, right? You have two teams from two different countries coming from one association.
Right.
And so that's very, very unique unto itself. And so being a part of that, it's just been very special, and it's something I'll never forget.
As someone that is patriarchal in the sense of Calvin hockey, how awesome is it that your Division III program has had such success this year?
Yeah, so we've always envisioned, right? Anytime you start doing what we did 6-7 years ago, you envision, okay, can we get both teams to nationals, which occurred last year, and then how do we build on that, right? So how do we get? So last year was the first year at the ACHA D1 level that we won a game at nationals, right? So we were able to kind of duplicate what we did last year in terms of how far we advanced in the D1 tournament, and then our D3 team was at the national tournament last year and didn't win a game. Right, so how do we further advance again, right?
Yeah.
And so now, we got our young D3 hockey team here, and there's a big belief in what they're doing. And Austin's a first-year coach, former captain of ours at the ACHA D1 level, loves to coach, loves the game of hockey, and he has taken that team to another level. And now, because of the results of that they've been able to have in their pool play, despite whether they win or lose this afternoon, they're through.
Yeah.
So, to have a national semifinalist at this point in time, doing what we're doing I'm very proud of that.
So an interesting way that you verbalize it, and I don't know if I've heard it before, but you say 2 teams with 1 program.
Yes.
Having, with the D3 coach having been a player of yours historically, how is that working relationship?
Well,
and as you describe it, not 2 separate entities.
No, yeah. So the school does a great job of supporting us. And I know that's
just talk about that for a minute.
Yeah, so we're part of our athletic department, which is kind of unusual in the ACHA world. So we're funded through our NCAA D3 athletic program. So the person I report to is the athletic director at our school. Okay. Calvin's had hockey since 1972. It's always been a part of the athletic program. Athletic department. And so with that, Calvin's the type of school at the NCAA D3 level where they want success, they want to have achievements, they want our team's results,
yeah,
and they want the results but also doing it in the right way. So with the guys that we recruit to come to our program, have to have certain character traits that we look for in the recruiting process. Yeah. The culture is the utmost important, #1 thing that we concentrate on. Obviously, we're looking for good hockey players. Obviously, we're looking for good students, but it's more than that for us. And Austin lived it. He was part of our program. He has his master's degree in accounting. He's a CPA, and yet he's here, taking time off work to coach his boys. Yeah. So I'm very proud of Austin. I've known Austin since he was born.
Wow.
I went to Calvin with his parents.
Cool.
So
cool.
Yeah, so there's a lot of history there.
Very good. Well, Mike, again, apologies that the tournament didn't go at the D1 level the way you wanted, but congratulations on your D3 program, and awful good to see you.
Thank you. Thank you, Rasty.
This is Mike Petrusma, Calvin Men's Division 1 and Team Canada silver medal winner.